Welcome to Walking with Jesus Bible Study. We're going to be in the book of John, chapter 13, verses 13 through 15. Ye call me Master and Lord, and ye say, well, for so I am. If I then, your Lord and Master, have washed your feet, ye also ought to wash one another's feet. 15. For I have given you an example, that ye should do as I have done to you. And I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to move over here. 13. Ye call me Master and Lord, and ye say, well, for so I am. 14. For if I then, your Lord and Master, have washed your feet, ye also ought to wash one another's feet. 15. For I have given you an example, that ye should do as I have done unto you. A question known to all Christians is that, what would Jesus do? The glorious truth of the matter is that we already have plenty of examples within the Bible from which to get an example to help and guide us. The short answer is to live in love and in harmony with one's fellow man, to the extent that hurting anyone would be just too much. It would be like an anthem. Christ, though the Son of God, humbled himself, washing the feet of those society deemed unworthy. Could you yourself love others so? Could you humble yourself to wash your neighbor's feet? A lot of people would not do so. A lot of people would not do so. I remember one time as a very young child in a church, one of the times when the preacher was preaching this, he literally brought a washing tub and everybody took turns washing each other's feet. That was amazing. Of course, I don't remember participating in it too much. I think it had to do with the adults and not the children. But I just remember them actually doing that. I didn't get to participate. Now that would have been kind of cool. But I think there's a good reason why we should not have grown-ups be touching other children's feet. For good reason. But if we was to do that, to humble ourselves, of course that'd be kind of creepy right now. And with today's world and how sex has gone berserk, that if you was to go and ask to wash your neighbor's feet, they probably would not be thinking that you was trying to do something Christ-like. In fact, they'd be thinking that you would be doing quite the opposite. But Jesus Christ, when he came on this earth, he did nothing but service other people. He was a servant among men, a king that was a servant. Not a servant who turned king, but a king who was a servant. I can't say that he turned servant because then it wouldn't no longer make him a king. It was a king who was a servant. A Lord who served his people. A God who came and served his people. A father who came and served his children. A parent who came and suffered and serviced us. We are supposed to act like Christ did. We are not perfect. God knows we will never be perfect. We cannot walk the same walk that Jesus walked and live completely without sin. But we can live without sin. We can, as we come and draw ourselves closer and closer in our walk with Christ, that it is possible to live a life with no more being in sin. Are we going to fall and stumble? Yes. Because we're not perfect. Our souls and our spirits is trapped in this fleshly vessel that we have to fight on a daily battle so we don't stumble. It says that a righteous man will fall 7 times, but he get back up. God's saying that I know that I've called you to be righteous and holy, and I know that you're not perfect, And I know that you will stumble and fall, but you need to get back up and to continue on your walk. It didn't say get back up and continue on in your sin. And that's the major difference. If we are in this righteous and holy walk, and the reason why we can be righteous and holy, not because of nothing of our own, it's only because of Jesus Christ. We are his reflection. He is reflecting his righteousness. He is reflecting his holiness upon us. The closer we walk with him, we are a reflection of God's light, to be the light in this world of darkness. So too we shall be righteous and holy the closer we walk with God. But those who refuse, those who take God's grace for granted, those Christians out there that believe they can continue on living in this world, loving things of this world, and I'm going to have to say that I want to say that it almost fits in the category of all the lukewarm Christians out there that know that they are saved and know that they have put God into their hearts. And yes, they attend and they read the Bible and they do prayers, and they don't think they need to do anything else to improve their Christian walk with God, that they need to prove their relationship with Jesus. They think that they're doing all that they need to do and there's nothing wrong with them and that they are fine and perfect. And they could keep on living in the lifestyle that they're living and think that when the rapture comes that they're going to be called up and God's going to say, come on home, child. They're not. He's going to say, I do not know you. I cannot take things of this world. I cannot take children that live in this world. I cannot take children that love the things of this world. My children love me. My children know me. My children obey me. So you can only serve two people. You can only, serve one person, not two. You're either going to serve God or you're going to serve Satan. And too many people are walking around here thinking that they can just love Jesus and confess him, but then continue to live worldly. You may have your light shining, but you're not keeping no extra oil for when that lamp goes down because you're too busy feeding your flesh. When you feed your flesh is dimming your light. You're supposed to be the light of this world. And if you're wondering why the devil never comes around and messes with you, maybe your light's not shining that bright. But see, the devil knows who God's children are. Because their light's shining bright, he can see that light. That's why when you're out in public and stuff and other people just be looking at you and they just can't stand you, your light's too bright. You're blinding. You're scaring off the demons. They can't stand it. You're like the kryptonite. They want to put it out. They love being in the dark. And if the devil can't see, then your light's not bright enough. Some of you people out here walk around and is all proud of your light and you ain't got nothing but a glow stick. Because you ain't got God's light in you. You like to think that that light shining out of you is God, but it's a glow stick. It belongs to the world. It's the devil. It's a deceit. The devil has planted a glow stick in you, and you're walking around thinking that you got God's light, and all you got is the devil's glow stick. Something that's meant for the dark. Something that's meant for the party life of this world. He's just shaking you and breaking you. And that light is not going to last very long. And it's going to go out. And sooner or later, you're going to realize that you're sitting in this dark world with no light. And wondering how you got here. Don't be deceived. You're supposed to be filling your spirit, your soul, with God, not things of this world. So are you filling God's oil lamp? Or are you just allowing Satan just keep replacing that glow stick inside of you? See, God's light is so bright that you can see it sitting on a hill. It says so in the scriptures, that a city on a hill can be seen because of the light. And if people don't know you're a Christian, my friend, you don't have